Good morning. How are you? So I thought I'd come on today and do a collective reading. I've got some interesting, very deep emotional things coming up when I tap into my own energy. Not that I have to tap into it, you know what I mean. But I feel it's a collective energy. We do have Mercury kind of sit and stand still right now, as he stationed direct yesterday on the 11th of August. But he's not going to really get going forward again for a few more days. He's going to sit here for a hot minute, and um, I feel like he's going to force us to look at what's coming up and getting something about. Hold, please. Had I known they were going to do the streets this morning. um, yeah, I thought they were doing that yesterday. That's why I didn't record yesterday. But anyway, um, what was I saying? Squirrel. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, gonna do a collective reading. Tap in to see what kind of messages are coming through from your angels, your guides, spirit. See if we can get any kind of clarity. That's why I was talking about Mercury. You know, during this time of his standstill before he gets moving forward again, um, fully in his forward motion. I feel like we're going to just be swimming in all of these new insights. I'm hearing being completely raw and vulnerable with ourselves, being honest with ourselves about how we feel about where we're at in our lives, how we feel in our connections. It's something that's coming through. Let's just tap in, see what kind of themes want to come up, and we'll go from there, right? Just spirit lead me. Lead me to bring the messages that need to be heard right now for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you. Help me to be a clear conduit, a clear channel for your divine messages. Well, what do you say about that? We've got forgiveness, strength, and the law of attraction. I feel like there could be some of us sitting here going, how did I manifest what I'm sitting in? How did I manifest? Um, how did I get here? Where do I want to be? What am I ready for? And what am I willing to take action toward? What am I being guided to take action toward? Strength is a yang moon. Never noticed that before. Yang moon. So masculine energy is movement, action. I'm hearing protection as well, which is, masculine energy, right? If I'm speaking to the divine feminine here, have you forgiven the masculine energy, your divine masculine, your inner masculine? Is there a need for forgiveness? I'm not intending this to be a twin flame divine counterpart reading, but I've got the masculine energy coming through here. Interesting, because I was led to grab feminine decks, you know, the moonology, moon, feminine energy, emotion, the healing waters, feminine healing, um, you know, the emotion, the consciousness, the intuition. Got the angels of Atlantis. For me, they feel very feminine when I'm working with them. I'm sure they can feel masculine as well. I just have not experienced that for myself. And I've got the Galactic Star Tarot with me. Yeah, it feels, I felt that it was more of a feminine read that I was going to be doing, but we've all got feminine within us, right? I do apologize about the noise. I had not been aware. I mean, they were doing this yesterday, like I said, but I think I said, well, here we go. Oh, please. I almost turned it off. Let's see what came out. Follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. I'm actually hearing, when I read that, I heard trusting in the future, trusting the path forward, seeing where spirit leads you. What other messages, spirit? Planetary wave. Yeah, this is definitely a collective message. Soul mission, trust the inner call, and soul team. Let's get the rest out here. Anything else from this deck, spirit? And then I want to kind of sit with this for a moment. I feel like this is about making peace with where we're at. Bounteous, generously given, relationships coming together. Relationships, period, coming together, period. But could be relationships coming together, getting ready to come together. We also have this law of attraction here, with 3 feminine energies here, friends, connections. What are we manifesting here? Through our forgiveness, I can say for my own self that I've noticed that in the past, that when I have not forgiven a situation, or my role in that situation, manifestation was very difficult. Things did not flow. This feels like it wants to flow. There's, you know, future rivers and oceans. It's trusting the inner call. There's not a mistake that spirit led me to these cards. There's a lot of uh, water flowing in these, but without that forgiveness, it can get stagnant. I feel this is more about forgiving the inner masculine, forgiving ourselves for not doing things that our soul is calling us to do, not living our soul's true path. We're being called to live our soul's true path. You know, I did not bring out my notebook. How am I going to write anything down? You going to remind me? I need you to remind me. Yeah, there's, again, on the bottom, even though it's a four of discs, it's just like the group of feminine energy creating something beautiful, magical. Spirit wants to remind us we don't have to do this journey alone, and we're not doing it alone. You may have thought you had to. You may have thought you needed to keep yourself small. Judgment. Oh, it's a beautiful card. Look at that. Take that in. Look at that tree of life. The many colors. Being reminded of who sings that song. Many colors. I don't know why, but is it called? Is the group the person's name or the group? Is it the artist? They called Black Puma. It's on my playlist. I should know this. It's one of my favorites. I can hear the melody, but I can't hear the words. Love to share it with you, but I can't. Yeah, answering the call, trusting the inner call. We're being really called right now to check in with ourselves. Are we living our true soul's path? How do you know if you're not? Constant headaches, unexplainable headaches, unexplainable health issues, like unexplainable pains in the body, um, financial, feeling like you're pushing a boulder uphill financially, like you get so far and then you're like, you roll back a little bit. There's just like, it feels like drudgery. That, that day in, day out, same shit, different day, Groundhog Day feeling. That's when you know you are not, I can put myself right there with you. That's when you know we are not living the soul's true path. There's something misaligned here, is what all of those things can be saying to us. And we're being called right now to stand up and take notice that where in our lives we are out of alignment. Yeah? Seven of Cups. Yeah. Daydreaming. Right away, I heard daydreaming. Where have we been daydreaming? Ooh, interesting. Two of Swords. Not seeing reality. This is like waking up from a dream. I mean, look at how Archangel Gabriel's horn is blowing this way. And this is how they're sitting on the table for me. It's like, wake up, wake up, take your VR glasses off, look up, look up. There's options. There's clarity that wants to come through, but are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? Right now, Mercury is going to make us sit up and notice. You know, I had to go in and get my notebook, right? Queen of Wands came out. I'm going to hold off on what I'm hearing here for a moment. Let me just get the rest of these cards out here. So yeah, Mercury is going to make us stand up and take notice where we are not living our true, authentic soul path. The sun, loving that. We are in Leo time. Just had the Lion's Gate. Still in the energy today. It's waning drastically here, but um, where is our innocence? Letting the inner child come out and play. Five of Wands. Interesting. It's like the galactic forces are battling for our attention. But the galactics that I know, they wouldn't do that. This isn't some game. I feel like this is like a lot of humanity that's been asleep is waking up to the game and seeing the truth and finally being like, I'm here. I'm here. What do you need me to be? Where do you need me to go? Yeah, this is like, where have we been so, where do we allow ourselves to be caught up in such illusion and our own fantasy? And the reality is, we're being called for real, for real. Take off the goggles. This is the week where all the planets, all of the tribes, I feel like this is the month. August is so pivotal for humanity, with the galactic um, portals, with the um, planetary shifts. There's just something electric about August this year, more so than any other year. It's the wake up call. It's the wake up call. And even if you sitting there going, well, I woke up years ago. Well, okay. But our awakening goes, it's just not a one-off thing. You've heard me say this before. It's not a one-off thing. We wake up level by level by level by level. And what is the level you're waking up to now? Where are you not, where are you still entertaining a false reality? I'm going to look into that in a moment here. Page of Cups, new emotional experience, letting the inner child come out to play. That's been coming up for me in my meditation this morning. Letting the inner child come out to play. Where have we gotten to? Is it lackadaisical? How do you say that? Is that a word? Lazy? Um, I'm hearing also non-compliant. I don't know if it's a good thing for me to be outside. My allergies this year have been like nonstop. that's one of my symptoms of the purging, so I've never had a year where it's been this bad all year round. There we go. Six of Cups, Seven of Swords, seeing beyond the illusion, getting back to a simpler time, getting back to our roots, getting back to the truth of who we are. Again, letting our inner child come out and play. Look at this is so sweet. Can you see that? Okay. I can't see it okay because everything's shaded with my glasses shaded, my screen shades. Letting the inner child come out to play. Remembering who we are. I love seeing that cow being lifted up. That's so funny. I don't know why I love that, but it's like our galactic family is helping to lift the veil of illusion so we can see things clearly. I know you guys are seeing it. The ships are not as hidden as they once were, and they were not because, they were ashamed to show themselves. It was because they didn't want to freak us out. We weren't, as a humanity, as a collective, there weren't enough of us awake to embrace that truth that of our galactic heritage. Um, but I'm telling you, they're here. They walk among us. They are our friends, our neighbors, our lovers, us. Didn't expect this to turn into a galactic reading, but there you have it. Well, that's what you get for using the Galactic Star Tarot. Mary Jo, I want to take a look at the Seven of Cups and then the Two of Swords, Spirit. Where we've been sleeping. Where we've been sleeping. Oh, that's quite a bit. We'll take only what flipped over. Let's just make it. Where we've been sleeping. Our strength and Three of Swords. Oof. Oh, that hit me right here. That hit me right here. Where we've been letting our pain rule us, run us. So we've got strength out twice. Interestingly enough, this being the yang energy, the masculine energy, but strength in the tarot gets tamed by the feminine energy within. So coming into balance, allowing your inner masculine and feminine energy to work together to heal whatever this is for you. Rising above it. I love this strength card. I love this deck. Oh my gosh, this deck speaks so loudly to me. Thank you to Sadie from Yin Reiki Light for using it on her channel because it's drawn me in ever since the first time I saw her using it. And I don't know if I've ever seen any other reader use it. I'm sure they do, but not who I listen to or watch. But like this image right here, that brings back a memory for me of when I worked much closer with the dragons in Atlantis. So it warms my heart. These are happy tears. It's like they're happy tears, but it's like there's a homesickness. That's another thing that's been coming up. A feeling of the homesickness. Wanting, like the soul wanting to be where it needs to be. It's where it needs to be for now, but it's like, are we taking too long? Am I taking too long? I don't want to write that down. Just make it's like soul. homesickness, if that makes any sense. Where, so Seven of Cups, where we have been allowing our fears and our pain and our hurt rule us. I didn't ask a question, Spirit, but okay, all right, you haven't got to tell me twice. King of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool. Look at that. Wow. Spirit's got our back. Universe has got our back. Everything's moving in the right direction. The fact that I'm having this conversation with you today is proof of that. We're at a turning point. We are at a turning point right now as I speak, August 12th, 2025. Very pivotal time of the year. Just got a Lionsgate, just had a full moon in Aquarius. We've got a Venus and Jupiter conjunction in Cancer. That could be why a lot of this is coming up as well. Mercury just stationed direct. We do still have 2 weeks left of its post-shadow phase. We've got 4 other planets still in retrograde, Chiron being one of them. That's the wounded healer. So, I mean, this is just saying we are right where we need to be for this moment. But the soul is certainly calling because it knows that there's so much more. I did a reading the other day called something about there's so much more. Was it one of the zodiacs? Maybe the Capricorn one? Not sure, but there is so much more. You know, where have we betrayed ourselves by not seeing, not seeing, oh, not staying present in the truth. Um, why is it so hard to maintain presence, Spirit? Good question. Why is it so hard for us to maintain presence? I mean, I know for myself, I get there, but then I'm back into the 3D really quick, you know, because Spirit needs me to look at something. Of course, I get all that, but we are being strengthened so we can do that, so we can allow ourselves to let our hearts be thawed and receive the love and the journey and the joy and the happiness and the bliss and the fill in the blank that this journey has to offer us. I love this. It's interesting because his little sack on his stick looks just like a headband. It's like I need to bring that headband with me so when I wash my face at night, my hair doesn't get in the sink. You know what I mean? It's funny. It's the simplicity of it. The simplicity of it. We've we've gotten out of the simplicity and we've just loaded ourselves up with gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta think about that, gotta dream about that, gotta have that, gotta manifest that, gotta. But when we do that, we close ourselves off to our innocence, to our joy, to our peace. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You know, that saying has shown itself to me multiple times this week. And we're what, Tuesday? And yeah, it's Tuesday. Multiple times already. And it's interesting because Spirit has typically at this time I would be working, but because I've had shingles, my elderly lady who I clean for is afraid to let me in her house. There's something about that. There's something about that on her end. Um, for the collective, there's a message there for the collective, but for me, it's like Spirit's gifting me with time to do this reading, with time to meditate, to pray, to tap in, and stay there. You know, I don't have to rush off to anything today. I get to do what I want. I get to play. I might go to the beach. I don't know. It's freaking hot out here already. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. Um, where are we? Oh, yeah. Where are we afraid to live? We're being called to wake up to that. I mean, it has been 2 weeks since I've had symptoms, but my elderly lady, she's so afraid of being sick. I mean, COVID was a shitstorm. It just between her and I at that point. I mean, I was happy not having to work and still get paid, but um, yeah, I just I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, steer me back on course here, Spirit. I gotta sit with this for a moment. I need to get right back. Hold, please. Okay, so I'm hearing Spirit say, we are breaking free. We are breaking free out of the stagnancy, this complacency, this lackadaisical um, mindset, stance, stanza, spitting on my throat. Sorry about that. If you saw that, spit happens. Um, I feel like this is a time when we're going to really be shown our fears, and we've got the moon on the bottom of the deck. Yes, Ace of Wands. Yes. Um, okay. Man, yeah. Look at this. 10 of Discs. 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles already here. The 8 of Swords and the King of Wands. We've got the Queen of Wands already here. 2 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Chariot. 10 of Cups. The transformations. Death. 6 of Swords. New path. Path of what? Healing. No more running away from our emotions. Oh my gosh. And our thoughts and our fears. I can keep going. I can keep going. This bottom of the deck is speaking to me so loudly. This is our wake up call. Guys, this is our wake up call. Whether you've already had your spiritual awakening, you're getting another one. But collectively, this is more so for those who have been sleeping and believing in the narrative that's been the illusion. Waking from the dream, feeling a little foolish, not knowing who we are yet, but excited about finding out, putting things down. You know, the Fool doesn't carry a lot of baggage. You know, that makes it darker, but takes the sun off me, right? Um, the Fool doesn't carry any baggage. The Fool doesn't realize, the Fool doesn't, okay, let me get that through clearly, Spirit. Oh, I love that. So there's something, I don't know if I can put this quite the way it was brought through to me, but the Fool is naive, right? Uh, it doesn't even know yet. This is like a 6, 7-year-old child. It doesn't even know yet, maybe even younger, that baggage is a thing. What are they, you go into grandma's, what do you want to take? I want to take my headband. I want to take my comfy blanket. I want to take my favorite stuffed animal. Um, I want to take my fuzzy slippers or my favorite pillow. You don't go packing a full bag to go to grandma's. You pack very little because as a child, you don't think about, well, what if I pee my pants? I'm going to need another set of underwear, right? You don't think anything past going to grandma's, or grandpa's. I don't know why that's coming through, but um, there's something about the innocence there, the innocence, the childlike, and I don't mean I don't use naivety. How do I can't say that word, but naivety. You know what I mean? Say it right in your own head. I'm not using it as a negative here. This is a wonderful, innocent, childlike, playful, just innocence. Yeah, innocence is. I'm just hearing that. Look at it with the Fool, the Sun, Six of Cups, and the Page of Cups. There's a childlike wonder that's asking to be remembered here. Queen of Wands has something to say here, and I'm going to have to hold for the mail. No mail. All right. There's so a lot of messages for sure. Facing our fears and taking action. It's like, what's that saying? Face your fears and do it anyway. That was me with skydiving, right? You know, doing it anyway, taking the action, seeing through the illusion, taking the action. I love how this moon has the rays around it like the sun, right? So we could be dipping into some energy coming up with the eclipses that are coming in September. I don't have it written down. I know the new moon in Virgo, our second new moon in Virgo. We've got two of them this year, folks. You know that? One this month, one next